Special presentation tracking COVID-19. We will take stock of developments in India.
Trains will continue and will be handled by state government as per the existing protocols. Indian nationals continue to be brought back under second phase of Vande Bharat mission. Over 23,000 people returned so far. 162 flights to operate from 47 countries till 13th of June. Active COVID-19 cases in the country stand at 63,624, 3,435 deaths reported, while 45,299 patients cured and discharged so far. Recovery rate is improving continuously, and presently it is 40.32%. Global COVID-19 cases crossed 51 lakh. Over 3,32,000 deaths reported world over. Death toll surpasses 94,000 in the US. Restaurants in New York reopened after the lockdown restrictions eased. Good morning. You're watching DD News and I'm Preeti presenting the bulletin. Our top story first. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will today undertake an aerial survey of cyclone-hit areas. The PMO in a tweet informed that Prime Minister will travel to West Bengal and Odisha to take stock of the situation in the wake of Cyclone Amphan. He will conduct aerial surveys and will take part in review meetings where aspects of relief and rehabilitation will be discussed. And to get us more on that, our correspondent Sneha Soor is joining us from Kolkata. Sneha, let us know more. What time is the Prime Minister expected, and also get us more on his visit to the state?
Well, Preeti, this is Calcutta Airport, Netaji Subhash International Airport, and you can see the arrangements are being made here in Kolkata for the arrival of the Prime Minister. And Prime Minister, as you said, that he will take an aerial survey of the devastation and will preside over a review meeting. Now, his visit on the very third day of the calamity is very, very significant, that he personally is coming here to take a stock of the situation. So any decision would be taken at the spot, and it as he has said in his tweet earlier, that the entire nation stands by the people of West Bengal in this natural calamity, and it proves that his visit speaks for that, and everybody is geared up. The state government is preparing for his visit, an aerial survey and review meeting, and the arrangements, security arrangements are being made here for the arrival and tour of the Prime Minister. And this is very significant, as I said, that he is coming within the third day of the calamity, and the further decisions from the center or any other assistance would be expedited. And additional 4 teams of NDRF have arrived from Pune and Chennai even after the cyclone, because of their requirement in the relief and rehabilitation program. You see, the cyclone has wreaked havoc, and many places are still powerless. The power supply is interrupted as many electric poles are uprooted, trees are uprooted. Now, the first job is to cut the trees and to clear the roads, and then the restoration of electricity, which means the restoration of communication facilities, including mobile, laptops, and all other things. So the life has not yet come to reality, into normalcy, even in Kolkata. Various places are still without power supply, and the roads are yet to be cleared. The trees are falling, the trees are yet to be cleared. The priorities were given in clearing the trees which fell on the main roads. But the relief operations are required, and that too within the corona situation. So this will be a special challenge, a different kind of a challenge, and the Prime Minister's visit, and obviously meeting with the Chief Minister and the center state joining together to combat the relief and rehabilitation. Around 80 people lost their lives. There have been losses of cattle, losses of agriculture produce and properties, where many kacha houses were damaged. The hutchments and rooftops were damaged. So many people are homeless. Around 500 people were evacuated, and that is why the casualty is not more. But unfortunately, 80 lives had to go because of these aftermath of this cyclone, which has been very, very damaging, and it's more than Ayla and more than super cyclone of 1999, which ravaged Odisha mainly, but in West Bengal, as far as West Bengal is concerned, this has been the maximum in case of devastation and the loss of life. But yes, the evacuation was created, and now the aftermath. Here lies the challenge of the center and the state joining together to fight combat. Preeti.
All right, Snehasis, yes, indeed, this is a significant visit of the Prime Minister, given the fact that this will be for the first time that the Prime Minister will be visiting a state during the lockdown period, and also this in detail about the specific districts which have faced the maximum wrath of the cyclone.
Yes, Preeti, the coastal districts of South 24 Parganas, North 24 Parganas, East Midnapur were the worst affected, but the districts through which the cyclone COVID came, like Howrah, Hooghly, part of Bardhaman, and Kolkata itself, definitely, and then after passing through Kolkata, it went through Nadia and Murshidabad before it entered into Bangladesh. So all these districts have been devastated, but the devastation was more in South 24 Parganas, in Sagar, Kultali, Canning, and the Sundarban areas, and then in Hingalganj and Basirat subdivision of North 24 Parganas. So these are the worst affected, and Kolkata was also affected as the road connectivity, as I said, was disrupted, and a power supply and uprooting of trees and electric poles. So the devastation is really, really there and widespread, and there are other districts which also had experienced the storm and rain, so there are problems. And the agriculture produce, this is the harvesting season of the Rabi crop, and then those which were affected due to Corona, and it has just started, harvesting has just started, but within this period, this cyclone definitely it has devastated. Preeti.
All right, Snehasis, you're telling us about the damage which has been done. Let us talk more about, as you said, now the focus will be on restoration and bringing back life back to normalcy. Let us talk more about how challenging would that be in times of COVID-19. Added to that, somewhat the damage has been close to 7 lakh people in both the states, and added to that forecast which had been put forth by the IMD, they were accurate enough. Snehasis, if I'm audible to you, let us talk more about...
Yes. Can you repeat your question?
Yes, I'll repeat my question. Now the focus will be on restoration in the state and to bring back life to normalcy. Now, how would you talk about the efforts of bringing back life into normalcy, because we know the times are of COVID-19 and how norms of social distancing have to be followed. That is one challenge at hand, and also the other challenge at what are you enumerate for us, what are the challenges for the administration at present? Added to that, the efforts of the NDRF are to be applauded, given the fact that they evacuated more than 7 lakh people in both the states. Added to that, also the forecasts put forth by the IMD, they were accurate enough, and that somewhere has mitigated the overall damage which the cyclone could bring to both the states.
Yes, Preeti, you are right. I'll try to give my assessment on each one of them. Firstly, on NDRF and IMD. Now, the disaster preparedness is something which NDRF has shown to us, is that they came in time, they helped in evacuation, and it is a professional work that they did. They convinced people to come out and take shelter in the COVID time, and the state government, the preparedness, and this could take place because of the accurate weather forecast by the Indian Meteorological Department. This time it was almost accurate when to heat and where the areas to be heated and what would be the strength of the wind. So knowing all these, the preparedness could be made on the ground level. at least 5 lakh people in this situation could be evacuated from the low-lying areas, coastal areas, and the areas which were indicated that the Amphan will proceed through. So number one, the evacuation was made possible, and evacuation had to be done with the safety norms of COVID situation. So not only the cyclone shelters which have been built over the period of this disaster preparedness, in which the center and the state both give lot of importance. There is a rule, disaster management, disaster preparedness, including communication, informing people, convincing people. Preeti, you will appreciate that it's very difficult as long as the cyclone doesn't come, to leave one's own home and with a small belonging to come out to us the shelter. But the people who are staying in low-lying areas will have to do it, and they were convinced and they did. And more shelters had to be prepared, because only the cyclone shelters could not make it, because the social distancing had to be made. And after this, so IMD's precision-oriented weather forecast helped the administration and NDRF, SDRF, and other quick response teams, district administration, to take precautions and evacuation. And evacuation was much more, and it was difficult because it required more space for the safety norms of this COVID situation. And after that, the restoration of roads, cutting of trees with equipment, and this is appreciable that even after the cyclone had gone, there are 4 more teams from Pune and Chennai are being brought in, because restoration work is equally important. Now 5 lakh people were evacuated before, and after that many people are rendered homeless, so their numbers will have to be added. They are now nowhere in their homes, so they have to be given cooked food, they have to be given shelter, and this is a corona situation. So restoration of physical infrastructure like electricity, telecommunication, bare basic minimum needs of life is one thing, and taking care of these marooned people who are to be given a shelter, and then house building loans, house buildings, and taking them back once the aftermath is there. So obviously the agencies like NDRF and IMD, they have done well, and the state administration. And now this signal, this visit of the Prime Minister on the 3rd day shows that the center and the state to work hand in hand in the time of this natural calamity. It is, as I said, the Prime Minister said the entire nation stands by the people, marooned people of West Bengal, and it proves this cause that yes, the center and state, they are together, and they would like to do whatever best is possible. And that's why today's visit is being seen today.
All right, Snehasis, thank you so much for joining us with those inputs. We'll come back to you again during the day to get more on the Prime Minister's visit. That was our correspondent Snehasis Soor joining us and telling us more about the Prime Minister's visit. The Prime Minister will conduct aerial survey of the areas devastated by Cyclone Amphan. We'll keep you updated. Let's get to more news on that. Relief and restoration work is underway on war footing in both West Bengal and Odisha in the aftermath of Super Cyclone Amphan. The cyclone has left 80 people dead and thousands homeless in West Bengal, battering several parts of the state and washing away bridges and swamping low-lying areas. It also wreaked havoc in Odisha, damaging power and telecom infrastructure in several coastal districts. The devastation could have been much greater if it were not for the accurate forecast by IMD and timely evacuation of some 7 lakh people by the NDRF. It helped minimize the loss of human casualty. Addressing media in New Delhi on Thursday, Director General of National Disaster Response Force S.N. Pradhan said that the normalcy in the affected areas of Odisha is expected to be restored in 24 to 48 hours. He also informed that a team of Home Ministry will visit the states to assess the damage to property. Currently, 25 NDRF teams are operational and will continue to provide services till states require them. The IMD has meanwhile declared that cyclone has weakened into a deep depression and has moved to Bangladesh. IMD DG M. Mahapatra said that IMD utilized its latest technology and expertise for forecast of the cyclone. He further said that there is no threat of cyclone in Bangladesh as it has converted into deep depression. Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik has made an aerial survey of the cyclone Amphan affected districts on Thursday. He has directed the officials to ramp up restoration and relief activities. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi will today undertake an aerial survey of cyclone-hit areas. And for more on this, we're joined in by our correspondent Arun Sharma on phone. Arun, let us know more. What time is the Prime Minister expected in West Bengal?
That's right, Preeti. Now, in a short while from now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be departing from Delhi, and he is supposed to reach West Bengal at around 10 o'clock. But yes, important part is that, Preeti, that Prime Minister Narendra Modi last took any domestic tour to UP, Uttar Pradesh, in Chitrakoot and Prayagraj on 29th of Feb. So that means approximately after 3 months, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is stepping out for any domestic tour. Now, this shows that how critical and how important this visit to West Bengal and Odisha is, because given the fact that this is the fiercest cyclone that India has seen, that primarily West Bengal and Odisha has seen in the last few decades. And of course, this shows that Prime Minister Narendra Modi's commitment towards taking a stock of situation so that proper measures can be taken. Now, day before yesterday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi clearly said that in this hour of disaster, entire nation is standing with West Bengal and of course Odisha as well. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi today will be doing an aerial survey of these two cyclone-hit states, and of course an assessment will also be made, because Prime Minister Narendra Modi will also be participating in various review meetings of the cyclone-hit states, and the ministers, he'll be interacting with the ministers during this review meeting to assess the situation, the ground situation primarily. So, of course, this visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi is very much critical, because we know this fact that more than 40 NDRF teams as of now are on the ground as far as West Bengal and Odisha is concerned. The teams from the power and of course the telecommunications are also there on the ground in West Bengal and Odisha to take and assess the situation. It is very much likely that the situation will return to normalcy in a week's time, because of the fact that the kind of damage that has happened to the power sector, the power transmission tower over there, the telecommunication, there is some problems as well going on as far as the telecommunication is concerned, because of the fact the cyclone has also hit the telecommunication lines over there in West Bengal and Odisha. So yes, this needs to be restored, and we see there is the fact that the power ministry team, the telecommunication team is already on the ground over there. More than 40 NDRF teams are there, and they're still in the rescue operations and the disaster relief operations over there at the ground. So yes, in the wake of this current situation of the cyclone Amphan, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to these two states is very significant, whereby he'll be making an aerial survey and of course will be participating in the review meeting over there.
Yes, indeed, it is significant given the fact that we know that Prime Minister's visit will be the first during the lockdown, and also we saw him talk of this crisis in one of his tweets yesterday, where he said that no stone will be left unturned in helping the affected. Now, Arun, talk more about the times today, because we see it is indeed challenging, keeping in mind the COVID-19 pandemic and the need to put in and to enforce and implement the social distancing norms. At the same time, bringing the states back to normalcy. How challenging is it for both the state and the centre?
Well, that's right, Preeti. Now, it's a dual challenge for both the centre and the state government as well, because we know this fact that the country, or primarily the entire globe, is combating the COVID-19 crisis. And during this COVID-19 crisis, the two states of India, that is West Bengal and Odisha, were hit severely with this cyclone. So the point over here is that maintaining social distancing, that means maintaining or combating primarily COVID-19, and to go ahead with the rescue efforts on ground in these two states is really challenging for the states and centre. The economic aspect needs to be reviewed as to what can be the economic aspect, or what is the economic damage as of now. We know this fact, many people have lost their lives. I mean, close to more than 70 people have lost their lives. That's what the media report says over there in West Bengal and Odisha. But yes, we need to assess the economic aspect as well, that what can be the economic damage going forward. The West Bengal Chief Minister clearly says that economic disaster could be close to 1 lakh crore, looking at the intensity and the disaster caused by the cyclone. But yes, that's what the Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be reviewing in his various review meeting with when he interacts with the ministers over there during his review meeting, and when he takes the aerial survey over there. But important part is that maintaining social distancing and of course combating or primarily battling the rescue efforts is really challenging for both state and center, and that's the reason Prime Minister Narendra Modi exuded confidence in the states by saying that entire nation is standing with these two states which were hit by the cyclone Amphan. And the things that should be noted as of now that more than 40 NDRF teams are already there as far as the relief operations are concerned, disaster management is concerned. But yes, more needs to be done because as of now, the telecom lines are being hit. The airport of the Kolkata was also hit as far as this cyclone is concerned. The power transmission lines were also hit as far as the cyclone Amphan is concerned when we talk about both Odisha and of course West Bengal. So yes, given the fact that the critical power lines, telecommunication, so that is the priority of the government to restore the power lines, the telecommunication lines, so that the communication can be established, electricity can be made available to the people living in the rural areas or the places where actually the cyclone hit the most. So that's what is the priority of the government, both the state government and the center government. The Home Ministry team will also be visiting in these disaster hit or the cyclone hit areas. Home Minister Amit Shah also had a telephonic conversation with the West Bengal CM and of course the Odisha CM as well. So yes, the constant effort is being made by the center so that a proper communication can be established, and yes, the coordinated efforts can be put in place between center and state so that rescue and relief operations, so the disaster management can be put in place as soon as possible. The government is aiming to restore normalcy as soon as possible as NDRF teams are on ground, the power transmission line, the power ministry team or the teams from the power ministry are also there, the telecommunication department are also there so that normalcy can be restored. But it remains to be seen that how much time it takes, what is the economic challenge or the economic impact that both these two states will face, because we should not forget this fact that the country or the entire globe is facing the COVID crisis, and there is already an economic impact on various states, the country and of course the entire globe. And during this COVID-19 crisis, when there was already an economic impact on a country like India and states like West Bengal and Odisha, yes, this impact by the cyclone will also be having cascading or the or the cascading impact primarily on the economic part as well. Importantly, we should not forget this fact that it will be assessed that what is the economic damage that has happened to the West Bengal and Odisha. Yes, various ministers in the West Bengal are also asking for financial relief funds as well as far as from center as well, but that will only be decided after the center takes the call and of course after the review meeting taken by the Prime Minister. Yes.
Yes. Now we the aftermath of Cyclone Amphan. Also, even as we speak, we tell our viewers that these are the visuals we're getting for you from West Bengal, where the Prime Minister has arrived, and he has arrived to take the aerial survey of the devastation which has been witnessed in West Bengal because of Cyclone Amphan. And here we have the carcade of the Prime Minister arriving in West Bengal. Arun, when we are talking of the important, all right, the Prime Minister has landed in West Bengal, and here we have the visuals coming in from there at the airport. Our correspondent Arun and Snehasis Sood both are here. All right, we make a correction here. These are the visuals we are getting for you from the Palam Technical Airport in Delhi, and the Prime Minister is headed to West Bengal for conducting an aerial survey, and he will be landing in West Bengal around 10 a.m. and we are joined in by our correspondent Arun. When we were talking of the effects on economy and the challenges before both the centre and the state, tell us more about what does it mean when now this visit is indeed significant because the Prime Minister himself is conducting the aerial survey of the devastation in the state. Tell us more about what is the scope or what kind of help, what kind of assistance.
That's right. Now, Preeti, as I said earlier, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be reaching West Bengal after 10 a.m. in the morning. Well, yes, Prime Minister now departs from Delhi airport, primarily from Palam Technical Area. And this is Prime Minister Narendra Modi's first visit after 29th of Feb, whereby he last visited Chitrakoot and Prayagraj in Uttar Pradesh, and he is actually stepping out after 83 days. That means you can understand that how critical the situation would be that Prime Minister Narendra Modi during this COVID time, during this COVID-19 time, is stepping out and is taking a flight, and of course he'll be making an aerial survey as well. So this shows his commitment. These visuals clearly specify whereby he is wearing a mask, maintaining social distancing from various protocol officers who are standing over there. So maintaining proper social distancing, wearing a mask. Now Prime Minister Narendra Modi is en route to West Bengal and of course Odisha as well. So he'll be making an aerial survey over there. So this shows his commitment and kind of a crisis that India is facing as of now because India is already hit because of the COVID crisis. And when two significant states of our country, that means West Bengal and Odisha, when they were hit by this disaster or primarily this cyclone, this shows that India needs to fight this double challenge of COVID-19 crisis and of course the disaster of the cyclone Amphan. We know this fact that various migrants were also on the move by various means, by road and of course rail, by the Shramik train, and various flights were also coming in under the Vande Bharat mission. So all these passengers who were coming to West Bengal and Odisha, now that was also a case for the government, the state governments, primarily because they were supposed to be quarantined, and they reached at a time when of course the cyclone also hit them. So yes, it's a big challenge for the disaster relief, the disaster management,
right.
Disaster relief for the NDRF primarily to take up the disaster relief operations as of now, as yes, the country is hit
right.
by COVID crisis as well, and of course we see that West Bengal and Odisha are also hit by Amphan. So yes, economic aspect will also be analyzed when Prime Minister Narendra Modi reviews the meeting today after the aerial survey.
All right, Arun, we'll end this conversation here. We tell our viewers that even as we speak, we saw the Prime Minister board the aircraft for his visit to West Bengal, and he will reach the state around 10 a.m. and we saw him wearing a mask and adhering to the precautions which have been put forth during these COVID-19 pandemic times, and we saw him maintain social distancing while observing protocol there, and he is on board and he's en route to West Bengal. And this is the first significant visit of Prime Minister during these COVID-19 times to the state of West Bengal, given the cascading effect and the devastation which Cyclone Amphan has caused to the state. The Prime Minister will hold aerial survey of the devastated areas, and after that he will hold meetings, and he will also interact and talk and evaluate in detail the restoration work which is going on in the state. Let us also tell you that Cyclone Amphan had devastating effects on the states of West Bengal and Odisha day before yesterday, and due to timely efforts and timely measures taken by the NDRF to evacuate around 7 lakh people, the damage to human casualty has been minimal. And here we have the Prime Minister boarding the flight. These are the visuals, and we tell you that Prime Minister is already en route to West Bengal, and these are the visuals we just a while back when he was boarding the flight. And here we have our Prime Minister in wearing a mask and adhering to the precautions, setting an example himself for the rest to follow when we talk of adhering to the guidelines during the times of COVID-19. And also the Prime Minister, in a series of tweets yesterday, had said that no stone will be left unturned in helping those affected by this Cyclone Amphan. Now, Arun, repeatedly we've been telling our viewers about how crucial this visit is for the state, the Prime Minister himself will conduct the aerial survey. Now let us know more details. Explain to us that during these distressing times, on one hand we have COVID-19 pandemic, on the other hand the state is grappling with the aftermath of Cyclone Amphan, and the main concern for both the state and the centre at this point in time is to bring back normalcy in the state, be it West Bengal or Odisha. Now that
That's right, Preeti. It will take some time.
As to what role does centre play during these times in restoring normalcy, in bringing back the state to life whenever a disaster?
That's right, Preeti. First of all, let's tell our viewers that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is stepping out for any domestic tour after 83 days, or you can say that after approximately 3 months, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is stepping out. Now you can understand how critical the situation would be. What kind of national crisis would this be that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is stepping out primarily stepping out for this review and of course for the aerial survey. Last Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Prayagraj and Chitrakoot on 29th of February. We should also understand this fact that Prime Minister Narendra Modi last visited Kolkata in January, whereby he dedicated to the nation's various historic and cultural buildings in Kolkata. And now Prime Minister Narendra Modi is heading towards Kolkata to take a stock of situation because of this Amphan cyclone. And of course, review meetings will also be held over there. But yes, as you asked that what steps are being taken, so yes, during this time of disaster, or let me say that during this double challenging times whereby country is facing the COVID-19, and of course on the other side the country is hit by cyclone. Two prominent states of our country, West Bengal and Odisha, are hit by the cyclone, and the fiercest cyclone, or one of the fiercest cyclone that West Bengal and Odisha has faced in recent past. So this shows that how significant this visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi is. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is wearing mask on his visit, and he'll be wearing this mask throughout his visit. And second important part, as far as the protocol is concerned, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is ensuring all the social distancing guidelines as far as this protocol of social distancing is concerned. He is not interacting too closely with any of the officials who came there to see of Prime Minister Modi, maintaining social distancing. But yes, two important part, as you asked, Preeti, that what centre and states can do. So the strategy as of now is short-term and medium-term strategy that will be followed by both states and centre. In short term, both centre and states are working as to what can be done to immediately restore normalcy in both West Bengal and Odisha. As I said earlier, the airports were hit badly because of this cyclone. Second important part, power transmission lines were hit in some part of West Bengal and Odisha. And of course, we have seen that telecommunication lines were also impacted because of the cyclone. So the immediate task or the immediate challenge for the government, specifically from the centre side, is to ensure that power transmission line and of course the telecommunication line can be restored. So normalcy can be restored, communication can be restored. There are various roads, that means the communication, the physical communication like roads is also hit in certain parts of West Bengal. So how can these roads or the normalcy can be brought in over there? Various trees were uprooted and they were all over the roads in between. That is also hampering the communication. That is also hampering the transport in West Bengal and Odisha. So how can normalcy be restored as far as the transportation is concerned, so that the easy movement of freight, easy movement of goods can also be ensured. So in short term, the focus of both centre and state is to ensure the communication and the transportation lines over there. And yes, after the review meeting that Prime Minister does.
All right, so that was it about the role the centre and the state have to play during these distressing times which are being faced by West Bengal and Odisha in the aftermath of Cyclone Amphan. The Prime Minister is en route to West Bengal and he will reach the state at around 10 a.m. when he will conduct an aerial survey of the districts of the areas devastated by Cyclone Amphan. And we saw that the Cyclone Amphan had cascading effects on the state, and the Prime Minister will hold review meetings after conducting the aerial survey. We'll keep you updated. As of now, that's it in this edition of the News Sasa. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.